C figure B. Lift with toe of putter. Let ball fall out of cup. Remove ball. That's what's next.
This is the day and age, man.
No more foam.
We already got players walking around with their own bags.
Foam home. Foam, you're out.
Here to bring it to you live. The Magic Car Path Ride, everybody. Thanks again for hopping on. Zach Maloche, Ryan Westfall.
I think it's time to retire Tejas.
Yeah. Big show today.
Big show.
Well, yeah, let's get into it right away. If you were here last week, we implemented the new album of the week, random picks. Mm-hmm. Not a review, but hey, let's all try it. See what you like.
Well, if we know the album, we could just review it for the hell of it. But
right.
Yeah, so ZZ Top Tejas is going down.
Let us know on YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe.
I'm just going to go from the front of the stack. We're just going to go all the way back. What do we got? Wow. The Wailers, dude. Bob, the Tosh, the Wailers, dude. We got, look at this. I Shot the Sheriff. Wow.
Is that the live? This might be the live record.
Is that live? Straight up, the Wailers.
No, this isn't the live.
What is this?
This is a good record, though.
It's just a great. Is it a compilation, pretty much? Just
no, it's a record.
Is it the actual? So I Shot the Sheriff comes from that original.
No, that was
album?
on a different.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
that was
confused
on a
now.
record.
I'm confused. What the hell's going on here?
This one must be on my record player because it's not in here.
Burning the Wailers.
There it is. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a great record. But
great record.
Burning and Looting. It's a good one. Oh yeah, man. Woo, record of the week coming in hot.
Record of the week,
coming in burning hot.
I mean, when it comes to reggae, let's be honest. I mean, I don't know where you stand with reggae music. In my opinion, it basically is Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, and then probably Damian Marley. And like beyond that, I don't fuck with it too hard. But
yeah, there's a vast genre. It's a vast genre for sure.
Yeah.
There's many artists. The more notables, everybody could probably name because that's the amount of airplay they get around here. Yeah. In Europe, you probably get a little bit more. The Marley family itself really has kind of just taken the reins and just become the whole genre in a sense, or at least put out that type of grade. I don't want to say it's better because everyone has their taste of reggae. The younger Marley brothers, even their grandson, even one of his grandsons is coming out. One of his daughter's sons, Skip Marley, he's putting out some hot stuff right now. Sounds exactly like his grandpa.
Yeah,
it's amazing. But then there's some other cats. There's I like Protege. He's a real big Rasta guy, wears his hair.
Yeah.
Real crazy, and he gets down. He talks some crazy stuff. Yeah, but again, a lot of the cats that I know were featured on one of the Marley records. So, that's how I get introduced to some new reggae, if anything. But there's some guys out there.
I mean, it's there's never been a genre of music where you could kind of easily point to one person from where it kind of all derived from, such as the reggae connection to the Marley connection.
Yeah, or even to ska. Ska being its own thing is, heavily reggae influenced. And has influenced a lot of other music at the same time. Yeah. But these I do remember spinning this as a kid. It must be inside. But
when I was
plenty more of that in there, I know that for sure.
When I was 16, bro, my first job ever was at the dry cleaners, little Benson dry cleaners, on Campbell, right before downtown Campbell.
Yeah.
And the two girls that worked there were from Jamaica, both of them. Okay. Cheryl. They had the thickest accent. Ryan. It was great, dude. Every time I loved working with those chicks. They were hella cool. Cheryl, the first thing she did that I remember from that was I had to do the deliveries with the shirts to all the places. And that's the van that we had. She put a system in that van with like a 12-inch speaker and a sub. And that van just was like bumping. Didn't have a CD player or a tape player. It was just radio.
Oh, sick.
But it was just like,
Just
you
bumming.
know, just 90 KMEL probably.
Yeah.
All day, 106, just jamming, dude. And that van
That's
just
sick.
bumped. Good times.
Yeah, man.
Campbell. So what, dude? There's
first-
another golf tournament.
Is there another one?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Am I like confused? But
What do you
I'm reading on the internets.
Okay.
This golf tournament is coming up this week. The one I thought was in Thanksgiving, the charity classic, the COVID-19 charity classic with Tom Brady and Peyton Manning
Really?
and
me
Tiger
see here.
Woods and Phil Mickelson. Search that on the Google net, dude.
I'm searching, man.
Dude, look at I have it right here, bro. Look at this. It's
May
this week.
24th.
May 24th,
Wow.
bro. That's
Well,
next weekend.
Breaking news.
Breaking news
If you didn't know.
on the Magic Carpath ride.
2 p.m. Eastern, so 11 our time. TNT, TBS.
Here we go. I got the format. 18-hole match play. 4-ball on holes 1 through 9. So the amateur will be given a 3 handicap stroke on the 9, 1 stroke on each par 4, 1 par 3 on each par 5, identified by the committee. Alternate shot will be on the next hole, the next 9 holes. So every hole, each player will be, play from the tee. Ball will be chosen in the play area. Strokes are played on alternate basis until the hole is decided under the rules of golf governing foursomes. In a tie, they extend the match. They just do one short hole of 100, 125 yards, blah, 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 ba-dee-ba-dee-doo. So it's going on this week. It's happening.
Ah, that's cool, man. Back-to-back tournaments.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm about to barbecue again. Good luck. Man, how'd you like the driving for relief?
It was great. It was amazing to have it on. It was a little boring, not going to lie.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. There was no people there. It was a little strange. The broadcasting was all right.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say. What did you think? It was fun. It was great to have golf back. I'll just say that.
I can agree with you with that. I can agree with you that it was kind of boring. I kept losing interest.
Yeah.
I particularly like all 4 of those players,
Me too.
so I just had fun watching them kind of just kick it. If not for nothing, at least for all the cut-ups that the PGA and Golf Channel try to do to make it look fun and interesting. But there was the cool, like, DJ really doesn't give a fuck and just tees off whenever he wants montage. Did you see that?
He admittedly has the least amount of practice, hasn't even touched a club in months, was just like, golf,
Guy's
what? All
on
right,
fire,
whatever.
dude.
No practice, just
Everybody,
get out there.
Deej, we got one more, Deej. That was one.
Yeah.
We got one more, Deej. Guys
God, he was
just hitting him, dude.
What? There's so many things to say about this. First of all, the most impressive thing I saw was hole number 14 and hole number 2. Matthew Wolfe, unfucking believable. This guy,
Guy's a beast.
358 yards, 362 yards,
Yeah.
clearing the bunker that Ricky hit into, clearing it by like 40 yards, 320 on the fly.
Ricky hitting iron shots and Wolf hitting driver.
Yeah.
Big bad Wolf, dude. Man.
Just unbelievable, dude. He when you smoke it past Dustin and Rory all day long, that's some serious power, dude.
Yeah.
Wolf's pretty impressive, man. He's pretty impressive. And what'd you think about his his banter, because he was the fish out of water. You got 3 Hall of Famers almost. I don't know about
Yeah.
Ricky. Ricky
Yeah.
might not be a Hall of Famer.
Ambassadors. 3 ambassadors.
But 3, yeah, veterans, dude. Like, just ambassadors is good call. And then you got him, brand new, young buck. He tried to fit in. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect it. I thought he would have been a little more quiet. He was definitely a lot more outspoken than the rest of the players.
I thought so.
Okay. I did like when Ricky had to check him. I don't know if you caught that.
I did not.
I think when they were coming up with, they were coming up to a tee shot, and I think it was basically the playoff hole.
Oh, I fell asleep. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie. Disclaimer: I fell asleep. Missed the end. I found out that somehow they came back and won. But
But anyway,
Wolf and, shit. Anyways, go
yeah,
finish.
sorry. And then But yeah, so Wolf was just blah 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 blah, and then you hear Ricky just like really sternly, I need to see something from you. I need to see something from you here, bud. You know what I mean? Like, I really need you to come through. And so then you see him kind of like shut up and like, whoa, like,
well,
I'm kind of tinkering off here.
Everybody was a little crappy. Let's just say that too. Let's digress a little into just how kind of rusty everybody was. Their putting was horrible. They didn't really actually, aside from big ass drives, some impressive shots like that.
Yeah.
They had a few birdies. They got hot for a little bit, but it was they just didn't play well.
Yeah, I saw a lot of misreads.
Yeah.
A lot of hits on the green. Like,
you know what I heard a lot?
I just got the impression that no one even really played the course before they got out there.
You know what I heard a lot? Good try. I heard a lot of good try.
Good try, bud.
Good try, bud.
And then Wolf.
It's crazy.
It's funny. He does sound like some guy you'd hear at the end of the bar, though.
Dude,
you know?
Dang.
What'd you think of his Nike tie-dye shoes?
The tie-dye shoes were tight.
I like them.
They were very loud, much like their facial hair. Ricky and Matthew, teammates, Oklahomans, Cowboys. They went with trucker stashes, and they were beautiful.
Yeah.
My wife thought it was horrible. I thought it was wonderful.
She can't grow a mustache, so she don't understand.
Tremendous. And first thing I did was look, and my eyes got wide, and she knew, and she's like, "Don't you dare!" I'm like, "I want to right now."
You could do it right now.
I could just do it right now.
Yeah, you look exactly like Ricky Fowler.
Just truck it up, dude.
Did you see the back of Ricky's putter?
Yeah, it's Ricky.
Ricky. I like it. The white shaft too.
Yeah, the white shaft on the putter. That was pretty hot, man. That was pretty cool.
His tie-dye shirt, very nice to compliment. I noticed his shirt first. That's an interesting.
Who had the tie-dye shirt? Was that at the beginning? Did I miss that? Because I don't.
That was Ricky. Yeah, he had the orange color tie-dye.
Oh, yeah.
Which was just an interesting.
Little bit flares, accents,
color choice. But
here's what I didn't like, man. Pompous ass Rory. Rory is just. God, I want to root for the guy. He's so good. His swing is so amazing. He's a Nike guy. God, did you hear what he said about the FedEx Cup thing?
Mm-mm.
He makes his putt, or he's going up to tap at his ball, and he's like,
vaguely. Go ahead.
"Oh yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, I have 2 FedEx Cup, which total at $25 million." And he was talking about how much money he had, and it was, to me, it was just a little bit like, we all know these guys are balling out of control, and they
didn't need that.
It shouldn't ever come down to how much money you won. If you want to talk trash about how good you are, I even get that. These guys, they just talk trash, intimidate your opponent. Oh, I beat you here, I beat you there. Remember I won that. But don't talk about how much money you made. I don't know. I didn't like that.
I
comment
completely
from
agree.
Rory. It was a little Bush.
There's something to be said, and you kind of you mentioned it a while back, where it's like, and I forget who you quoted, but I think it was Phil Mickelson. You either got to be crazy or playing stupid to be good at golf or whatever.
Yeah.
And they kind of all fall into that category.
Well,
in that aspect, to be fair.
Yeah.
But you got Rory, who's kind of a nerdy character, doesn't really have a filter, kind of comes from a good background. I think kind of a snooty Englishman. I'm just saying this from looking at a different perspective,
You're right, actually. And out of that group, I think just based on what you just said, Rory he's the actual odd man out. Even though 3 of them are veterans and Wolfe is kind of the rook. Matthew Wolfe seems to already fit in with the Dustin Ricky squad. Rory was kind of like, "Hey guys, mind if I come play? I've won $12 million.
I'm on the same team. Yeah, $25 million. Get me in."
If I remember correctly, I'm fucking Northern Ireland. And I just talked about how cool Rory was for kind of standing up and getting out on the press for, for critiquing Trump and his job of whatever he's doing. And like that, good for Rory. But if I'm going to, hang out with a bunch of golfers, Rory, he's just strange, man. And you're right. He still looks animated to me. I don't know.
He's an anime character, man. Yeah. So it's kind of in my opinion, like, you don't really need to mic golfers. They're not really micable characters. I mean, you got Dump the Dump DJ over here.
Oh, I didn't think he was gonna go that far.
And dude, I love all the captures of him forgetting his bag. He kept forgetting his bag, and that's another thing that led me to think that they didn't even really practice. Like, they treated this as a practice round.
It was cool to see him carry their bags at least.
Yeah.
Who's got the nicest legs, man?
Who's the fittest? I'd say Roars.
The legs all kind of look weird. Everybody's legs look weird. I'm not used to seeing these guys in shorts. I know Bill Murray said in a very poorly executed interview with Mike Tirico, Bill Murray said, I don't know why these guys wear pants in the first place when they're playing out in 100-degree weather. And
yeah, I heard that.
I was like, well, sure, but have you seen how dumb they look with those shorts on? Like, that's why they wear pants.
I'd say DJ and Ricky pulled it off. You can tell they wear shorts often.
Yeah.
But to see Roars and his pale legs.
Yeah.
Then the Wolfie. I mean, he's a wolf, dude. You don't need wolf. He walks around like the staggering drunk kind of, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. Just like that's kind of he's got a cowboy walk to him,
He does, bro.
A little stagger.
But, yeah. And now they're gonna run it back. You know what? It makes sense though, okay? Because I remember after this tournament ended, one of these guys commented to Tom Brady. I think it was Rory, probably Rory. Look at me, I'm Rory. He had to say something. Let's see you guys do it next week. And I was like, next week?
Huh.
How did that change? I think there was even a banner with Thanksgiving Day.
I could have swore there was, man.
And now all of a sudden, pow, it's May 24th, next friggity weekend.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. I'm ready. I can't wait, man. This has been kind of nice. Yeah. It's kind of nice swinging into the new workforce lifestyle and being able to, like, golf's back. So there's, like, some positivity. I've golfed. Maybe things are coming back together. Maybe things are coming around. I don't know. It's
getting to be normal, and I tell you where I see it. The freeways, bro.
Is the freeways back? See, I don't have that. I don't have to deal with that no more.
I know.
Nice little commute.
Yeah, it's back. Freeways are back. I got a little sticker on my toaster, so I don't really mind right now. But
you got the energy saving.
Oh yeah, man. Which is good for another year and a half, and then they all go away, and then it's just free range, and then it's just gonna be absolute mayhem. Dogs and cats living together. It'll be anarchy.
Dude, speaking of anarchy, dude, I'm watching these highlights right now, and all I see is DJ just walking onto the tee box when someone's like literally the ball's just barely in the air, and there's DJ putting his tee down.
Striding.
Maybe he had dinner plans.
DJ doesn't walk; he strides.
Yeah.
I got to get out of here, guys. My truck's in the handicap. Hey, I got a special shout out to my boy KJ Choi. Rhyme.
Cage.
Happy birthday to KJ Choi, born in 1970, May 19th, which means, guess what? Seniors Tour. Welcome the Choi. He's gonna fuck you guys up. KJ.
He's gonna get after it.
Love KJ.
He's kind of not really been doing anything. I think he's just been gearing up for the seniors.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna rock their world. He's coming for VJ. Maybe that's why VJ went to the Corn Ferry.
It's true, dude.
He's like, oh, Cage is coming.
I got a little KJ story, and it's borderline gross. So I'll just, but in any case, I'll get down to the part. I'll gift wrap it so it's not
okay.
Shit long. Fuck, man, I really died. This story is terrible. I'm walking up to a porta potty at Pebble Beach, and I probably shouldn't be using this porta potty. It's in between 6th hole. This is during the Pro-Am tournament.
Okay.
And it's behind this little cut.
This is early years. And
it's early in the morning, too. And I didn't know that there was anybody out there. I did not know that I was going to basically almost slam right into KJ Choi's face as he's exiting the porta potty. And I'm just like, oh, shit. And he looks, I'm looking at him, and he's probably thinking, what the hell are you doing using these toilets? These are pretty much designed for the pros. But yeah. We had a little brief encounter by the porta. End of story. Moving on.
I had a brief encounter with Brent Senecare the day he won the tournament.
Branty?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
When they used to have the porta potty on the 14th tee box that we were able to use.
Yep.
Players and caddies only.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach Ryan Phil.
We take liberties for porta potty. I mean, you got
and I would always let like if I walked up and a caddy or a player was walking up, like you guys go ahead
respectfully.
Yeah, for 100%.
They don't give a shit.
Nah,
they do give a shit.
But it is sometimes weird walking. It is weird walking out sometimes, and you're like, whoa. Shit, that's Keegan Bradley. Like, damn, you're small. You know what I mean? Like, you never know.
You're small, but you eat a lot. No,
I ran into and I didn't run into him, but I bumped in. I saw Matt Janilla from Golf Channel. He does like the destination golf.
Is he the one who has too much gel in his hair?
No, he does all the. He's the taller like white guy from Florida. He does all the like Hawaii golf stuff. Anyway, I walked by him and his wife, and I hella double taked. And they saw I wanted to say something, but I was just like, is that them? Is that not them? But then I kept walking. But, that's my Matt Janelle story. But that was weird. Because they came out this corner, like we came into each other like that. And it was like, whoa, that's Matt Janelle and his wife, you know? Danica Patrick, same thing. I walked out of a porta potty there and saw Danica Patrick standing right in front of me. And I was like,
hey.
Whoa, that's Danica. What? And then you go on, like, Instagram, and she's like, with her friends, like right where they were.
Isn't she married to Aaron Rodgers now?
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
I believe so.
So he was with that one actress, one of the Olivias, or one of the...
Olivia Newton-John?
No. One of the... wait, I think it was Olivia. One of the... I get these actresses completely confused. I think it was Olivia Munn.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was married to her, or at least engaged, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or... going steady, going around, holding hands. And then all of a sudden now he's with Danica Patrick. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. It happens that quick in that, in that tax bracket.
That's true. That tax. Well said. Excellent.
They go up and down quick.
There was another something about today. Oh yeah, bro. The Secretariat.
Yeah.
This on a
I
this
love the
day
ponies. I love
on a
the
this
ponies.
day in sports. Yeah, dude, we love the ponies. We support the ponies. If you ever want to listen to what's going on in the ponies, I suggest you listen to KMBR hella early on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's when they do the pony show.
And you can catch me at the...
But yeah, the Secretariat today won the second leg of the Triple Crown back in 1973 on this date.
Nice. Shout out Sam Spears.
This was in Denver at the Preakness.
Okay.
In record time. It's 1973. Triple Crown, dude, that's one of those things, man. It's one of the ultimate accomplishments in sports. And it's great when a horse does that. If you're not familiar, that's when you win the three major. It's what is it? The
three majors, yeah.
Yeah, I forget what I forget the
Kentucky
the Preakness,
Derby.
the Kentucky Derby, and the Del Mar. No.
No.
What is it? Downs. Something Downs.
God damn it! I know what you're talking about though.
There's one more.
I think it's Downey Hills.
No. Downs. The something Downs.
Yeah.
Look it up. But yeah. And anyways, that's a cool little date, man.
That's cool.
That's a cool little date. Secretariat.
Shout out to my aunt. She's probably bummed that we said we're into horses because she's kind of an animal activist.
Oh yeah, I love animals too. I love horses. I love horses.
So Belmont Stakes.
Belmont Stakes. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Kentucky Derby and the Preakness.
This stupid thing's not gonna load now. But
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, that's the one we needed though.
Magic Carpet Platform.
Yeah. Kentucky Derby, Triple Crown basically canceled for the year.
Oh yeah, of course.
What are you gonna do?
Here's the thing I got. Why is Gavin Newsom in the news today talking about how sports could be in California within a few weeks? Wasn't this asshole just saying a couple weeks ago that shit's locked down for the rest of the year?
I don't know. I kind of stopped watching the news. I'm just happy I golfed. I'm happy to be working again, I guess.
Well, then I'll save my Mel Gibson, Julie Roberts conspiracy theory for...
I want to hear it.
Well, I just think there's money involved now for something. Money pushes the envelope, and this is now Gavin Newsom's trying to get sports back in California after he was just saying, ain't going to happen, shut it down.
I will say I heard a more reliable thing on that, and he was just... What he threw out was speculations of what he thought things could be put in place going forward if they were to bring it back. But he never said, like, oh, it's coming back in July, and this is what we got to do. I think it was more along the lines of, if it is possible, these are some guidelines we really need to go through.
I heard his raspy ass voice.
You heard it?
Yeah. On they
I
had
didn't
a clip, and he
I was,
said it, and yeah,
I was working like a good American workforce.
good for you. Just manage that shit, dude. Sling them packies.
Crying on the inside though. I missed the freedom. You know, golf was just coming to. You know what I mean? I was like,
I feel your pain.
Man, dude,
I love
daytime
my job and I love the situation, but it's true. Jobs. I mean,
drains you, man.
You know what I really miss was right before freaking little COVID-19 turned its head. It was the not, even though I wasn't working, that sucked, but double days in the gym and golf all the time. Oh, that was a cool little time. Cool
No
time.
more gym for you, man. I remember saying that when it all started going down that one show. I was like, no more gyms for you.
Once I'm in this house,
like a week later,
I'm gonna have gym access at this house because there'll be
laced
plenty
up
of things to do.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You were saying how expensive weights are, and I mean,
paying by the pound.
It sucks how they do that, man.
Yeah.
Like, who? I mean, is there a guy that's just slanging some weights on the side?
Did you look into it yet?
Oh, I mean, I already know what you're going through. I did the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I found some bootsy shit on Costco or whatever.
Look
Walmart.
into it, people. Weights.
Yeah, but if you want rubber dumbbells from somebody off Craigslist whose gym just shut down, yeah, $1 a pound, dude. Do the math. It's expensive.
It's still expensive
for 2 20-pound weights.
Yeah,
stupid. Yeah, and I did a little. Yeah, stupid. Sucks. Golf.
Golf.
You can always golf.
Yeah, I'm gonna golf this week. This week, Thursday, going again. Sorry, we're gonna do a business thing. Sorry to not be able to enforce, but I know that you can't go anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So the cool thing is both our bosses golf.
Yeah.
And so we'll get out there.
Yeah.
We might not be able to hang out. Maybe we can bring both our bosses together.
Oh, it's gonna happen. When you were telling me about how your boss likes to golf, the first thing I'm thinking is, well, like, do I get to go and golf with you guys?
Right.
Yeah. I need to meet the people. What's up? Didn't somebody like hit us up? Seemed kind of strange, huh?
Oh yeah, we got an Instagram message from somebody that basically said, "Big fan of the podcast." I think his name was Damien. Damien, if you're watching or listening, give us another ping. Let me know a little more info before we discuss it. But he says he wants to play some golf with us out in San Francisco. We're totally down, but it's just hard for the team to verify who you are.
We're gonna need you to fill out a form.
Yeah, we're gonna need a scan of your retina.
Yeah,
and a fingerprint.
We need a temp test. They're gonna start temp testing people to show up to their jobs.
Yeah,
but
you think golf courses too? You think day to day?
All I know is that it was insane with the traffic already. It's getting worse and worse. It's getting stronger every day. It really is, man. I tell you what. Not thrilled about that.
Yeah, I can imagine. That took sucked my life out of me, before I took the layoff, man. It was the commute. And it took its toll to the point where I was just like, you know what? You lay me off, I'm going to go to work.
You're wearing, I see you're rocking the Abandoned Dunes Looper shirt.
Yeah, shout out to the Loopers out Abandoned.
I got my Poppy beanie.
Poppy. If you go on our Twitter and I think everything, Facebook and Instagram, we did a little thing for the Loopers out Abandoned, who we know personally. They did a little donation. They raised quite a bit of money, but they're trying to help out all their caddies who are not working. They may be going into the workforce soon, but that all depends on how many people are actually traveling to their work.
True.
And being that they work at a resort, it's probably not happening all that often. This is how caddies make their money. They are private contractors. They don't have insurance. It's just what they do.
I tell you what, though.
So it's good. It's a good cause.
Caddies definitely have suffered, and you should support this cause. But I'm hoping that they are getting some replenishment from the wave of opening golf courses, because we wanted to play somewhere, and 2 days from now, 48 hours, we were unable to accomplish this because everything was booked. And then we searched and searched.
Told you it was coming.
We managed to find one course within a 10-mile radius that we could actually do at a reasonable time, and we just grabbed it. and we probably grabbed it at the right time. It was probably gone instantly after that.
Jesus.
Shit's just wildfire. Yeah.
Well, let's put out this wildfire, and we'll let's get back on this at the turn, huh?
All right.
So, in light of all that, some PGA events are tentatively talking about coming back.
Yep.
What are we getting next, and when is the PGA Championship scheduled to move?
PGA, man, that's Harding Park. Is it going to happen this year? I mean,
I'm kind of asking you. I don't know. I thought it was coming up next, but you said Colonial is. So.
No, yeah, that Colonial's coming up next. Let's talk about that. So that's 20. What is the fourth day? Carry the 7. 23 days. June 11th.
Okay.
Official PGA Tour golf is back, and that is going to be awesome.
No fans.
No fans.
No fans.
But the course will be open. So this is the Charles Schwab in Fort Worth, Dallas Fort Worth, June 11th. Multiple hurdles, as I'm reading from the CBS Sports Golf News, but there could be a delay. But as of right now, PGA Tour golf will be back on June 11th.
Okay.
And
it looks like followed up. I mean, there may be something in between, but looks like the PGA Championship is moved to August 6th through the 9th.
August 6th through 9th for PGA at Harding Park.
Yeah.
It's almost time to hit up Tyler, huh?
I think so. I meant to hit him up yesterday just to see how they were doing.
We'll hit up Tyler after we see how this tournament goes, because I'm sure he'll be working this tournament.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice to get some feedback as far as how it worked for him, if he's even working. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to be at half staff or whatever for these tournaments with no people.
I wonder if he's going to Colonial.
Volunteer output might be.
So that's something I was talking to Engineer Phil about.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be rude, but a lot of the other people on our team are in the upper echelon of age.
Yeah.
And I was putting this into context of when you said that we were a necessity as far as being out there.
Yeah.
One, I don't think a lot of people would be even showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I don't think we're a necessity in the aspect of, well, look how they just did it. You just need a cameraman and a walking score for each group. That's it.
That might be how they need to do it, but I think that I would.
They won't need us.
I would sort of beg to differ, only because I think if they want to keep up with anything, it's their immaculate stat keeping. And in order to ensure, you cannot rely on a walking score. No offense to the walking score. You know this, man. You kind of need those lasers to solidify these numbers that are being produced. Yes, the cameras that they now have set up are going to do a pretty good job. But in order to claim beyond reasonable doubt, we know for a fact everything landed where it landed. They still do need us. But your point is huge. The demographic for volunteers at golf tournament is probably 57 years old or older on average.
Yeah.
And that is very dangerous. So considering the key word is volunteer, a lot of these people are going to be like, nah, it's not worth
the travel, everything.
And now this is all speculatory, because who the fuck knows, at least for us in Pebble Beach, and at least for our group, because I know that that's always in the back of our minds when we're talking about volunteering in these tournaments.
Yeah.
But for every other tournament that's going on, you could count on the average age for these volunteers being old. So it's going to be interesting to see. We'll be able to tell when we watch Colonial if that we see our guys out there.
Yeah. I mean, because Pro Shot Tracer, that's really easy to do, because it's just two things on the tee box that create the line. So that's easy, and that'll get yardage.
You still need somebody to shoot it in the fairway, though, in order to complete that.
I mean, they got away with it this week. I'm just saying. But we both bring up to, like we always do, both sides of the story. You know what I mean?
But did you see any laser guys for this tournament? I didn't even bother to really check. There was a lot of random dudes out there in their carts doing whatever work they were doing during this tournament. But did you check to see if there was any over.
I didn't see anybody.
I didn't either.
I didn't even see any lasers up.
I didn't either. But I didn't really look.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, man, interesting thought all the way around. Because now you just bring up, interesting point. Like, wow, we'll see once we get to Colonial and what's going on there.
I'm thinking
crazy, man.
What do you think the percentage is that we are requested upon for Pebble Beach Pro-Am 2021?
I don't know yet. I think it's too early to tell. I would say worst case scenario, one person on every hole.
I think you need somebody on the fairway and somebody on the green.
Maybe tee box and green.
Still need a hole captain.
And then you need a hole captain. But I think it'd have to be one hole captain for 2 hole captains. One for each front.
Front 9, back 9. You might be right.
And that's doable. And I think it would just come down to
at the very most 2 per total of 4.
Yeah, and I think
4 and 5 through or whatever.
And, you got a radio guy in there. You got a couple guys in the tower. I'm sure PGA brings out a couple pro shop people. But then at that point, now you're looking at 20 people just on that team. You know what I mean? Do you get volunteers? Do you get security?
Well,
Can't have all those people with security.
The one thing that bodes well is the spacing. The distancing works with this, even if you did have. Yeah. Doesn't necessarily. Well, even you and Phil could potentially stay 6 feet apart when you have 2 people on a green all day long.
Yeah.
No problem. One guy touches one machine, one guy touches another headset, yada yada.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's crazy. Man, a lot to think about just for golf too. I mean, if golf and rules and all that stuff and logistics of it weren't crazy enough, now you got to go through all this just to see.
Even the guy from Colonial, what's his name, Toth. It's a glimmer of hope that we're getting back to normal life, to have an opportunity to showcase Fort Worth Colonial, blah, blah, blah. But as he says, golf is a little different. We can exercise social distancing more so than other contact sports, and that's a huge point. It gives golf the clear path to be able to be the first ones back. Like, I don't know if you've heard, with the whole Gavin Newsom, toting off about how it's possible with baseball, Major League Baseball proposing a date. Have you heard this? They don't allow spitting for Major League Baseball.
That's good.
How are you going to tell a ball player he can't spit? This is going to be a hurdle, dude. Because these guys, their whole career, they spit. Whether it's gum or chew or chaw or dip or sunflower seeds, there's always a little spitting. Always. They're going to have to wear face masks in the dugout.
Dang.
It's going to be weird.
Whole season's flipped upside down, man.
Football, they're talking about designing some, whatever the number safe mask that slips into their face guard.
Yeah.
So they're going to be constantly wearing a mask at all times.
Wow, that's crazy. I was looking at the Warriors and Sharks schedule, and I was like, wow, dude, like this whole season wasn't even finished.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's nuts, man. This is the world we live in. If football is able to start, that'll be a huge, huge success.
Yeah.
I think that is a benchmark for how things are going to be. I got a wedding I'm supposed to go to in November in Italy, of all places. I mean, right now, to be honest, I don't know if you're listening, Bobby, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Like
Italy was one of the epicenters for a second, right?
I mean, brides across the world are being shattered.
Yeah.
Because I had another coworker whose daughter had a wedding plan for this, coming around the corner, and it was canceled, and she cried.
Yeah.
It's life.
We have a mutual friend that whose husband's daughter got married.
Yeah.
And they got rescheduled, and they couldn't do it, so they finally just did it in their backyard.
That's the right thing to do.
Small people, everyone had masks on. It was fine.
I mean, history is going to dictate that shit was weird, so might as well be. What happened? Where'd you get married? Oh, in our backyard. Oh, that was during COVID, huh?
Yeah. That's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. Should we get out of here today?
Let's get out of here.
We've given them enough.
Hey, I want to say thanks to Matt Reed for
the Berserkly.
Yeah, I got re-gifted some Berserkly from Matt to Zach to me.
Yeah.
I just had this one glass, bro, and I did have a little Mondavi, but still, I got a buzz from this little here Berserkly.
Nice, dude.
What do they put in this?
It's a sparkling ale.
Shit, sparkling, all right.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ale, yes.
Don't finish that yeast though. Oof.
Let that sit there. That's done.
Look at that.
Poured a little too swift.
You got a little shaky there.
Well, when we get back, dude. When are we doing this next couple days, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you an update on my round.
Yeah, man. When are you guys golfing?
Thursday.
I love it. I love it.
Thursday.
We'll enjoy it now because, you never know when they're going to take golf from us again.
It's kind of a business deal too, actually. If you think about it, I don't know.
Yeah, you're kind of meeting and greeting.
This is
back in the day, dude. They don't do that anymore.
This is actually brilliant. It's worth mentioning that this is, although it's going to be an amicably fun round of golf with no pressure. It still is a potential big business venture because we need something, and the buddy of mine who's playing with us is lifelong friend, as we all know. Come on, Tim. He's in the field that supplies something that we actually need. So we'll see if we can pull some work out of it too.
Shit, man. Power of the pod. I hope that goes down, man. Everybody's got to eat.
We're leaving early from work. It'll all feel like we're sort of still on the clock if we get something done and produce a partnership. So we'll see.
Shit, man. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, I missed the lighting in here, so I'm pretty pumped to get out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
But I am pumped for the next show.
Yeah.
I am pumped for now being streamed in Germany. Everybody, don't forget to check us out on anchor.fm.
That's what we did.
YouTube, like and subscribe, man. Check us out everywhere.
Do it.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Give us a shout out, man. We'll play some golf with whoever, man.
Ach du lieber Augustin Augustis team.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Head down.
Good vibes.